Hello friends, it's Armstrong here from Other Miniatures, and we're gonna be working on this 1933 Ford Coupe. And I think that I have actually quite come on English, come back to me. Quite a idea what I'm gonna do about it. I want to cut off on the front. I want to build a giant engine, just extremely oversized, and maybe put a little bit of a gun on the roof. That's the idea, like if I fail with that, I have like 5 or 6 or 10 of them sitting in my boxes because I just love this shape. Yeah, this is one of my, it's probably in my top 10 cars. So yeah, I do tend to have a lot of them for that particular reason. Yeah, but yeah, let's just get on the table and start cutting, because there's gonna be cutting. And I'm gonna be honest, every time that I take this car, I always cut off the front. It's really never left with the front intact. So maybe I'm gonna do one. No, not this one. Maybe one in the future with actually the front. Sound intriguing. Yeah, let's just get on the table and start building. So next to go is this Ford, and well, it's already falling apart. Yeah. There was a lot of cutting, so I decided to do the cutting outside of the screen, and of course I did build the rest of the parts that I need outside. So here we have the engine block. You can see it is pure plastic art and some charms. Yeah. Then we have some exhaust pipes that's gonna be going on the side of the car, both of them, left and right side, a little bit bent, and we're gonna get those wheels gonna go on the back. This is piece of the front. I'm thinking about adding this basket, maybe that weapon, and I was thinking about a fuel barrel as well. So we have quite few pieces to put this together, and at the end of the day we're gonna have to add a little bit of the rubber bands, to work as the extra pipes going from the bottom of that engine block. Yeah, so I knew that it wasn't gonna be an easy build, but I wasn't expecting that I'm gonna spend like 4 hours building all of the little bits and pieces. So yeah, thanks God I decided not to film it, because that would be a extremely long video. Okay, let's just try to get that first put in. So as you can see, engine block is literally just a square plastic card rod with a couple more square plastic card rods just put on top of it, and smaller plastic card rods, well, square rods put on top of that, and then just small little round rods and pipes cut to pieces, to have those I don't know, cylinders. Yeah. So yeah, now this gonna be the wheel part for the front, so I have to fit it like that. And let's just go on. Sorry about the coughing, I'm going out of the tail end of the stomach flu, and for some reason I'm coughing as well, so yeah. And then we're gonna use the front of the original car just to add a little bit of a flavor to what we have in here. All right. It's not perfect. Okay. Yeah, that's why it is like that. So I'll just lift it and leave it. Come on. There we go. It is a little bit high, be honest, yeah. But we have the front of the car, and now those pipes, they are going here. I want them to be sitting just under the, just, you know, touching the engine here and under the door. So we're gonna just put some glue here, here, and then here. Here, here, and here. Hopefully that's gonna work. A little bit lower. There we go. And now we're gonna do the other side. Roughly the same idea. You know, this was all bent with the lighter, so it's not perfect, but like I said, it is what it is. Oh, come on. This seems a little low. There we go. That's a long rider. Now we're gonna be using those double wheels to go on the back. And I'm just a little bit afraid that that pipe isn't what it's supposed to be. I just released it. I'm gonna glue it back in later on. So just put that wheel in. I'm gonna give a little bit of super glue in here. Come on, super glue, be nice to me. Okay, I can see what happened. You see, the original wheel wells are not deep enough for the wheels to actually fit in correctly. You can see that that pipe, you know, I just kind of knock it off by accident. So I'm gonna have to at least try to tuck it back in a little bit. Now the super glue in here and over here. That should be good enough. So we have our back wheels, and I'm just, now I need to start testing which wheels I want to have for the front. I have many different wheels. Do I want doubles as well? Yeah, I think those little doubles gonna be fine. Let me just clean them up. I was actually planning to use those ones, but they seem a little bit too big for me. So if I use those tiny ones, yeah, but then the pipe's gonna be basically scraping the floor. I'm gonna have to use those bigger ones, even though I don't want to. Let me just do a little bit of sanding for the better grip. Okay, now let's try to find the middle. Let's pretend that that's the middle. I don't really feel comfortable with that, it is the middle, but I'm gonna be pretending that it is. Nope. Okay, it looks okay. It looks fine. Now the weapon gonna be just mounted on the roof. We're gonna have a big machine gun. Oh, I'm running us out of super glue in this. And dump. There we go. Like I said, I was thinking about putting that basket in here and that fuel tank in between those two pipes. So the basket and the barrel just like that. I think that I'm gonna just go with it actually. Like, there is no real good reason not to go with it. I think it is falling under my basic rule of kit bashing, that the more silly it looks for Gaslands, the better. Now let's just put a lot of super glue in here and smack that barrel in. Alright, there is no more armor plating of this guy. What I'm gonna do off screen is just gonna take some of my rubber bands, those thin ones, yeah? And the first three gonna be fed into the pipe. Well, it's gonna look like they're fed into the pipe, and the rest gonna be just fed into the sides of those pipes. But it is a extremely tedious thing to do, so I'm just gonna do it off screen. And then we're gonna come back with this black bomb. Yeah, but even though it was a very, very long build, you know, to prepare everything, I'm actually so satisfied with it that I'm thinking about making more of this kind of builds. So yeah, let's just, you know, finish the recording now, and I'm gonna be back with the paint job. And here we have this beautifully done, well, when it comes to the conversions. Now let's just give it a little bit of dry brushing without breaking any piece, which is gonna be a challenge with this brush. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a smaller one, but let's just do overall dry brush, and then I'm gonna come back with the smaller one. One side. There we go, one wheel. The other. Back, undercarriage. Actually, this kind of dry brushing makes the lettering more readable. Sorry, I'm just brushing the wheel hub, whatever. There we go, 1 and 2. Alright, and now the weapon. Oop. Yeah, I'm still kind of, you know, on the fence, you know, how to paint the cap, to leave this metallic or do something else with it, because it was yellow, so it was already a good color. I'm thinking, you know, with this entire engine it could be red to make it faster. We will see in a few minutes. Yeah, so I'm gonna just, you know, grab the smaller brush, and well, actually I think this, it's crappy enough brush, so it's not gonna suffer from this gunky paint. Come on. And now just get, you know, there is like a lot of white pieces in here because of my lack of white paint, not white, black paint. It's kind of gunky. Oh, I forgot the front. Let's give it nice crappy brush, and in here Yeah, and then we're gonna be covering all of those messes that I just made with a nice dirtying up. It is up, yeah. We're gonna get some sort of roast or whatever and throw it on. Maybe it's just gonna be a roast bucket. I will see in a few minutes. Let's just give it time to dry and I'm gonna be right back. Ooh, so after very short elaboration with my own brain, I decided roast buckets, like I said, in probably quite few videos, unless this one gonna be a first one. So this is a Beastigal brown color first, going on the wheels, just to cover the fact that those front wheels aren't even painted, because they are just black plastic. Yeah, and of course they're gonna go on the front, because this is all dirty. So yeah, the bottom of this car dirty. And now the back wheels, we need to cover that blob of metallic that I put on it. And the same with the other wheel. And now elven flesh to give it a little bit of a lighter touch. And I'm doing the same over the bottom and the other wheels. All right, now, like I said, roast buckets, but I'm gonna try to keep this one a little bit less rusty than the others. We will see how it's gonna turn out, because I'm not very well known for being gentle with my touch when it comes to painting. So even the engine that, in my opinion, shouldn't be rusted, gonna be put through the entire treatment than the rest of the car, and I just feel so bad about doing this to this beautiful engine. I spent so many hours building. Yeah, you can see that I don't use as much of the red as I use on the other cars. And I hope that there is a method in the madness, but I cannot promise that there is actually. Now, blazing orange. That's my favorite rust color, so let's be gentle. See, the thing is that I really try to be gentle, but because I want the randomness, I use giant brushes, and that doesn't help. Okay, let's clean this up, and now oxide. And again, I'm gonna try my best to don't screw it up, because I don't trust that this paint should be a oxide. It should be a rust color, but yeah. And that's enough. That's enough, because I'm gonna overdo it and it's gonna be looking horrible afterwards. So yeah, let's leave it chance to dry, and yeah, once it's dry, we're gonna do the weathering powders and then throw it on the spin table. Oh yes, I forgot about the crucial element, which is the blue window, because every single one of them gonna have blue windows. And there we go. And nope, I need to go back with this probably. There we go, that covers that blue. Perfect. And let's go to the next one. So this is the golden child of the entire series. Yeah, getting its powders done. Yeah, so let's just powder its nose a little bit. So yeah, I really like how this build turned out. Yeah, I love doing this bigger kind of, conversion jobs on the engines, but I feel that if I'm gonna start doing, you know, only this kind of things, you know, they're gonna become very, very boring very quickly. So that's why I'm avoiding basically just building a ton of those big engines and just attaching them to 50s and 60s looking cars. So this one is dusty enough in my opinion right now. I don't gonna be doing anything else with it. What I'm gonna do, just paint this green or yellow, and then we're gonna throw it on the spin table to see how it turned out. Yep, all right, thank you. All right, and that's my by far favorite build of this entire series. Yeah, I spent like 2 hours building that giant engine block and bending those pipes and everything else, and I love every second of it. Yeah, if you can see any improvements on this car, you know, to make on it to it, please give me a shout in the comments. You know, I love to discuss it with you. Yeah, but in the meantime, if you like this build, please rate, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends, family, and whoever else wants to watch it. And everyone have a lovely day and take care. Bye.